Hi guys, welcome to Party in the Patio. We got a beautiful sunny day here in Massachusetts, and I got some plant mail again. So I'm very excited to open it. It's from The Green Escape, which is one of my favorite places to order from. Sorry about that, I just paused because our dog started barking. So it's from The Green Escape, and I got this as a present from my youngest son. Got me a gift card for Christmas because he said, Mom, I wouldn't know what kind of plants he wanted, so I picked them out myself, and they just got here, so I'm very excited. So I'm gonna open the box and get it going, and then I'll be back. Okay, so this is very well packaged, and I got the insulation insurance, a winter insurance with insulation and a heat pack. But we've had a couple warm days, so it was about 45 this morning when they got here. And we got them right away, so they weren't up there very long. But yeah, this is the first time I got the insulated pack, and it's very nicely packaged. They're all inside here, and then underneath the box, there's the heat pack and the invoice of what I got. So yeah. Oh, this one's warm. Sometimes I get the heat packs and they're ice cold by the time I get them, but this one still has a little warmth to it, which is nice, but unneeded this time, but that's all right. All right, so let me see. Now, the Green Escape, usually the plants are very small, so there's quite a few plants in here. They're just very petite. And it's a little, the first few times I got them, it was a little like, oh, you have to wait so long to see them do anything. A lot of them look exactly the same when you take them out of the packaging. I'm going to try to stop saying as much too. Sorry, I noticed when I listen back to it, it's annoying. It's a habit I have to break, so bear with me while I work on that. But they are very small. They seem to acclimate a lot better when I get them that small. They don't go through a lot of as much trauma, I don't think, and they acclimate much better to my living space than they do when I get bigger plants, I would say. Although I have quite a few humidifiers running in here because it's very dry in this house, especially in the winter, so there are quite a few humidifiers running at all times. It's almost greenhouse conditions in the two rooms where the plants are. And as I've said in other videos, if you've heard it before, I apologize. This is right now our dining room, but this room is going to get moved into our formal living room, and this room is going to become my plant room. And we're going to just get rid of the formal living room because we never use it. We don't use the dining room that often either, just for the holidays, but it is essential for the holidays. But the formal living room that I had once upon a time that we use, we really don't use it anymore. We use the gaming room, the kitchen, and things like that. So this eventually this table will be taken out, and I have a curio cabinet and two cedar chests, and my greenhouses will be moved in here. I'm going to get some shelving from IKEA that I'm going to put over here by the windows, which I'm pointing to, but you can't see. But yeah, I don't know if I can. I'll do it after, I guess. I'll show you after what the room looks like. But well, this plant is like dripping wet. They come with these little nicely individually wrapped with these cute little stickers. Sometimes they'll throw in a roll of stickers too, which I think is cute. I usually put them on my pots, so I remember which plants I got from where. Just by looking at them. I do keep a log of my plants when I get them. I log them in, the date that I get them, and I use the free app, the plant app Planta, and I take a picture of them so I can gauge the growth that they go through, and I can say, oh, this is how small it was when I first got it, and then this is what it looks like now, and so I'm going to do this where I unbox them, then I'm going to set up and stop this video, and then I'll make another video of when I pot them into the little pots. I do have to make soil mix, but I'm going to have my son help me do it because I can't really lift the bags with my arm. So I might just already make the mix, and I'll tell you what I put in it. It's pretty much a standard mix that everybody else puts in their potting mix. It's just, the soil, I did it again. The soil, orchid bark, perlite, worm castings, do a little coco coir and charcoal. And I did end up getting a larger peat moss. No, perlite this time. I got a big chunky one for my moss poles that I'm going to use. So I might pot up my Monstera tie in a pot that's a little bit bigger so I can get it on a moss pole. I haven't decided if I want to put it on a moss pole, if I just want to stake it though. I think I want to put it on a moss pole. But, okay, well, this is, I didn't even look before I opened this. Oh, my Majestic. So this is a Philodendron Majestic. I'm always afraid I'm going to hurt the plants if I open it from here. Some people like watch and they're so rough. They're just like bing, bing, bing with their plants. And I'm just always afraid I'm going to break it. All right, so it's just a little tiny baby. And this is definitely what I'm going to want to put on a moss pole. So I did again and get growing it so the leaves can really size up a lot. But that's the little cutie right there. Oh, sorry, I just thought I had paused you. The dog was barking, so I tried to pause, but I guess the remote didn't work. Okay, so this is an Anthurium pedata radiatum, I believe it's called. It's also called fingers, which is what they have written there. So if I'm mispronouncing that name, it's not right in front of me. But this is what they use to mix the Delta Force with. They took a Clarinervium and this plant and mix them together. Actually, in this stage right here, in this little tiny baby stage, I can kind of see where the Delta Force kind of comes from. When it's got the fingers and it grows out, I had a hard time like seeing where it came from. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I would have thought it was the pterodactyl, which this is also in. But you can see this one is kind of separated a little bit. So you can see where it's got the fingers are starting. But so yeah, there's this little baby. I didn't even 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8. Oh, I see some fungus gnats too. And then this one is my Snow Queen. I watch Plants by Melissa, and she got a marble pothos. She has one on a moss pole that the leaves are like giant, and I love it. So the last unboxing I did, not the baby Anthurium seedlings, but the first boxing I did, I had got a marble queen, which I'm gonna get on a pole today as well and get started. But I loved the way it looked. So oh, look at how cute this one is. Oh my goodness, this is so tiny. And sometimes their plants are a little bit bigger. I mean, I did get some plants from them before the holidays, and I had got a Jacqueline and a Warqueenum, a Anthurium queen, and they were so tiny. I was like, I cried when I opened the package. I was like, oh my god, this is so small. It's like ridiculous. I was so disappointed, but they did explain that it is because it's, you know, the winter season and the growth is very slowed down, even though they're coming from Florida. So this is minuscule. It's very small, but it's okay. Pothos grow very quickly, so I'm not really worried about it. I'll put it in the Millsbow or the other cabinet that I have at the other greenhouse that I changed over to a cabinet, and it'll grow much very quickly. I don't use much for fertilizer either. I kind of came up with my own fertilizer. I'm waiting for the Rare Plant Shop to release its fertilizer. Kaylee Ellen has made her own fertilizer. It's Nurture System, I believe it is, 1. It's released in England, but it isn't out yet in America, in the United States. So I'm waiting for that. So I haven't really splurged on anything. I almost got that Focus. I don't know what it's called. GT Focus, I believe. But I was holding off because I kind of wanted to try the other one. So I've basically just been using seaweed, and I recently just got fish emulsion, which honestly does not smell the best, but you really can't smell it once you mix it in the water and you put it on your plants. I forgot to look at this one. Hold on. Okay, so this is an Alocasia alzani, I believe is how you say it. Again, I don't have it right in front of me. Oh wait, no, actually, I don't know if I can read it, and I didn't bring my reading glasses. Alzani, yes, okay. And I had recently changed my Alocasia that I have over to Lacusa Pond, and they seem to really be loving it. I don't know if I will do this one because it is so teeny. Well, actually, it's not that teeny, but I might wait a little bit. I'm definitely going to let it acclimate first, and I'm not going to really disturb the roots right now that much, just because it did travel in a box, in the dark, in the cold, for a while. So, oh no, I'm sorry. This isn't that. This is the Red Secret. I got two Alocasia. I forgot I got a Red Secret. I thought it looked a little. This is the Red Secret. Yeah, okay, it is. It's the Red Secret. Again, I'm still going to not do anything to it, except put it in a small pot. Oh my goodness, so many plants. I don't think I have enough room to put them all down. And this one, not sure yet. Oh, the fried egg. Oh, I got 3 Alocasia. I forgot I got 3. I didn't get the variegated one because people say they're fairly drama queens. So I wanted to start with the least expensive one and kind of learn how to take care of it and it's what it likes and what it doesn't like before I invest in the variegated one, which I love. But I mean, I love these leaves as well when they get bigger. Well, they're cute now, but when they get bigger, I love the deep green color. They're beautiful. So I'm excited to have this as well in my collection. And again, I will put it eventually. I will put it into pond, but I'm not going to do that for about a week anyway. I hate to cut these stickers. Sometimes I try not to cut it and to peel them off, but okay, this is my Epinephrine Pinnata Marble. Wow, this one's really small too. This one's... Yeah, I wish I could get fancy and, you know, throw up a picture to show it what it looks like when it's bigger. But I don't know how to do that yet. I will. I'll learn how to do all the fancy schmancy stuff eventually. They do pack them very well. So that's that little baby. It is really tiny. But I'm going to get it on a moss pole. Well, not yet, but I'll eventually get it on a moss pole, and it will be giant in no time. 2 left. I should have probably separated them and done like, whoa, the piece de resistance. I don't really know that I have one in this one, though. Piece de resistance. I kind of really... These were all like wish lists of mine. Not huge pricey ones, but just ones that I really wanted. And fortunately, I do not think I will be getting the Linearis because I believe that I got scammed on Facebook. So I don't think that that one will be coming. So I still will be searching for a Linearis, a Hoya Linearis. But I took quite a hit, financial hit on that one, so it'll be a while. And unfortunately now I think it'll always have a bad taste in my mouth because of my experience. But, you know, live and learn. Unfortunately, it was a pricey lesson for me. But so this is the Aslani eye. This little cutie, little tiny. So 3 little leaves, and looks like no, not yet. But that one feels a little dry for sure. So that one will definitely be putting in the pot. And the last one, the wrapping on this is a little wet this time, so this one feels like it should be nice and well hydrated. Yeah, this is very hydrated. This is a nice sized one. This is an Anthurium crystallinum. So she's beautiful. And hopefully at some point I'm going to try to cross my Anthuriums and make new hybrids. I did get that hybrid the other day that was already made, so I'm excited. I'm going to get that, I think, put into my seedling trays as well today, because I'm going to be using some moss for my moss poles. So I think I'm going to do that today as well. I feel pretty motivated, although I'm really not supposed to be moving my wrist this much, but I have to get these guys into pots. So I'm going to unwrap them, and I will get my potting mix all situated, and then I will be back to get these babies in some pots and get them into my cabinet. So thank you so much for joining me for right now, and I will be back in a little bit. So just have to very carefully unwrap all of these. I don't know if I'll do them all on camera or not. I might just do them and then come back, just because it's kind of boring to watch this part. Plus, I'm always afraid I'm gonna like break the plant unwrapped, and they're so well packaged, but I just get so nervous with. Sorry that I clear my throat all the time too. That's part of the side effects I have from the long haulers, that I constantly have to clear my throat, which is not always pleasant to listen to, I'm sure. These ones are coming off fairly easy. Sometimes it really takes me a good few minutes to get the wrappings off of some of them. I did get my new tripod, by the way, so that's why it's maybe a little more stable than how I had it Mickey Mouse with some elastics on a broken camera tripod the last video. I had it in the last video, I just forgot to mention it, but my first video, I should say, not the last one. Yeah, see this one is like so fragile, just feels like it's just barely connected to the. I'm gonna pause it for 1 second. Okay, so I've unwrapped everybody from their individual cling wrap, and now I'm just gonna get them potted into their individual little pots. And my son, before he left, he had to run out to CVS to get some medicine. He's not feeling great. He helped me open my soil and get my mix put together. So I'm just gonna add, and usually I have my potting mat, but you know what, I don't really mind. The dining room floor is easy to clean up, so if I get it on the table, I can just push it to the floor, and we have a RoboVac. I'll just turn that on and let it do its thing. All right, so the first one I'm going to plant is just the one that's right in front of me. It's the Epipremnum marble pinnata. So I just add a little bit of my mix to the bottom. And then put it in. And then fill around. Oh, that's not really on camera now. Oh. Yeah, I have to get a little better with the positioning of where I put the camera as well. I might actually have to put it up on one of the chairs. There we go. That's a little bit better. Yeah, my mobility in this brace is not the best, but... So I know right now I'm probably just talking to myself because I don't have a lot of viewers. I think I had 84 viewers on one of my videos that I put out, one of the 3 that are out there right now. So I don't know how many people are watching all the way through and how many are just kind of coming on and coming off. But if you are watching, please comment. I'd love to have you make any comments about where you get plants from and what your potting mix is or any questions you might have. I'm learning, so I may have limited answers. I do watch a lot of other YouTube videos. That's kind of how I've started to learn how to do things. So I may have an answer for a question or be able to find the answer to the question. So feel free to comment and, ask me questions. Definitely subscribe and like. That would be very, very appreciated as I really would like to do this. And not just be talking to myself most of the time. Whoops! That's okay. So again, like all of them, I'm just going to put in a little in the bottom. And then this is the Frydek. Made little tags too, just because sometimes when you get the plants from plugs, they are almost unrecognizable as to what they are because they're so tiny, and a lot of them look the same. This batch doesn't really look that much the same. I pretty much could tell what they were without the tags, but some of them I got before that. I got a couple of small anthuriums where they looked small. They looked the same. So they were hard to tell what was what, and I just started putting labels in when they first get here. And usually I put the date on the back and all that, but I'll do that after. And this is the Pedatum radiatum. And a lot of people say that they put their anthurium in pon. And I have a good size pterodactyl that I got, and I haven't yet put it in pon. I'm thinking if I want to or not. I'm not sure. If anybody else has got their anthurium in pon and you want to let me know how they like it, or leca. I bought a bag of leca, which I have yet to use. I actually got the leca, and then I learned a little bit about pon and decided I think I wanted to try that first. And now I've got a bunch of my plants in pon, and they seem to really like it. But I know that the anthurium can be a little finicky, so I'm just a little nervous with changing it over. I will probably give it a try, but I'm not brave enough to do it right now. Oh, hold on one second. All right. And I hope the lighting and everything in here is all right. I do have the overhead light on, our dining room light, and it's pretty bright outside today, but I'm hoping the backlight from the window isn't going to be a problem. It seems, from what I'm looking at, it seems like it's all right, but let me know. And again, I was looking into getting a lav mic. I found one on Amazon that was very inexpensive. It's probably not the best quality one, but it might be better than just speaking into my phone. So if you think that the audio isn't very good quality, please let me know and I'll be happy to invest in a mic to try that would sound better. I will be practicing not to say as much. It used to drive my dad crazy. I guess I've been doing it for a long time. I remember him always saying, I talked with my hands too much and I said too much. And I guess it didn't really matter until you hear it back. You're doing a video that's like 7 minutes long and you've said it a ridiculous amount of times that you start to go, maybe I do say it too much. All right, little Snow Queen. I am excited to get my plant room. We have to wait until March though because our Cairn Terrier is expecting puppies. And we've done it a couple times. We've bred her a couple times. It's so much work, but it is so fun. They are just adorable. We're actually going to let them take over this room. So not much will go in here until they all get their forever homes in March, the end of March, beginning of April, something like that, depending on when she goes. She should be going into labor around the end of January, so it will be difficult to film them too because, well, when they're first tiny, they don't make any really noise, and you don't really have to be too quiet around them because they can't hear and they can't see. So I would be able to come in here and do stuff and not bother them, but once they are able to, then forget it. They'll just bark. Whenever we would come in with the other litter, they would just bark the minute we'd come in. So, and they'd want to come out of the cage and run around, not the cage, but the little crate that we have, and run around and play. And they're going to have they'll have this whole dining room area. I have a few plants in here right now. I don't have too many plants in here, but I do have a few plants. I'll take those out. And, just because my big dogs don't really care about the plants. They don't really bother them. They couldn't care less. So I don't really worry too much about what's poisonous and what's not. But with the puppies, I would absolutely be petrified that they would eat something that they shouldn't, because they'll chew on everything. And they get those little puppy dagger teeth. So we'll see. But yeah, all the plants will come out of here for that. There's only a few right now. All the other plants are in the gaming room right now, taking over the boys' gaming room. Although they're older now, so they don't really come down to game. They have their own systems in their rooms and they do their own thing. So the gaming room technically is kind of mine at the moment, but I think it's going to be nicer to just have a room dedicated where everything is in here. I'm going to have a small table set up in here for potting and things like that. And then I'm going to get some shelves over by the windows, like I said, and I'm excited. But yeah, I have to wait. Can't do it right away. I have to be patient. So I am probably going to take a break after this and grab some lunch. And then I think I will pot up my plants that I want to put on a moss pole. Oh, actually, this one. Maybe I should put this in. No, I think it'll be right, this one. No, I might use the bigger pot for that. I have one size up pot for that. For that one, I think I will use instead. And this one, I want to get some kind of a support for it. So hold on 1 minute. Let me get that. Okay. So I don't know. I just found this little stake thing out on our porch. I have no idea what it goes to, but I'm just going to use it to help hold this little guy up. I know I'm making a mess, but it's hard for me with my wrist like this to hold this, and I don't want to snap this off, so I'd rather make a mess than hurt the plant. Ooh. And now the sun's coming through the front window and blinding me. I can see. All right, well. Okay. That one definitely needed some kind of a support. And I only have really long bamboo stakes. That would be too big, but that's good for now. And the last one. Oh, you know what? I put that one in the bigger cup. I have to go. Use the wrong size cup for that one. I was going to put that one in a smaller cup, but I think it's all right that it's in a little bit. It's the sizes are not that much bigger, so I don't really think it's going to make that much of a difference. This one just, it seems a little deeper for this. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm just going to water them with my seaweed and fish emulsion. I usually do it till it just runs through the bottom, just so I'm sure. I'm going to have to use my right hand. This is just, I can't. I can't do it. And I had teeny tiny little 4-inch saucers. Well, I have them in my Mills bowl, but they're out at Lowe's, so my sons waiting until they restock to get some more. So I just got to use what I have for right now. So they'll be a little big. And I'm gonna have to move around some of my plants. I'm gonna have to put some of my plants in the, I called it the golden greenhouse because the paint on the outside of it's kind of gold. It's not metal like the Mills bowl is. It's a wood, but the finish on the wood is like a metallic-y finish. So I haven't had any problems with mold. I have some fans in there. I do actually have a humidifier in there too. I got a Govee Life, I believe it is, humidifier, and it has the hydrometer that's connected to it as well. And it barely runs in there. I mean, it keeps its humidity. I did weather strip it, so it does kind of keep its humidity. But I have it in there just because it is such a big cabinet. It's huge. It's a beast. I mean, moving it here, my son and my ex-husband helped my son move it here for me because he has a truck, and since then now my son has the truck. He's got his license. But they said it's so heavy, it's ridiculous. So I am gonna want to move it in here eventually. Right now it's like just in the formal living area. Just because it was like the first place they could come in and just drop it, to be honest. It was so heavy. But I do want to move it in here. So I'm sure I will not be very popular when I have to ask them to move it in here for me, please. But yeah, it was so, I don't know why I got to this point, but it was so big. We weather stripped it, and then it was not really keeping the humidity in there. So when we put the fans in, it really wasn't keeping much humidity. So I got this Govee, and now that there's quite a few plants in there, though, it seems to be holding the humidity on its own a lot better. But it does. The humidifier does go off occasionally, so I'm glad that I have it in there. But the Milsbo, I don't need any kind of humidifier in there at all. There's so many plants in there that the moisture stays, the humidity stays to, I think it gets as high as 95, so I open the doors when it gets to that humidity because I think it's might be a little too humid in there. But, yeah, I really love them. I think I'm going to get another Milsbo for in here. I'm not sure if I want to get a tall or if I want to get a wide. I've looked on the marketplace. That's where I got the big beast, the gold. I call it the gold greenhouse. I got the Milsbo just from IKEA, and they had a sale, so it was like I think $219, but then you still have to pay $50 for shipping. But it would have been, I think it's $279, and then it still would have been $50 shipping. So we did save that way. So I kind of want to wait until the sale, if the sale comes again, but I want to say it was like October, and I don't know that I'll be able to wait till October. I'm not very patient. So we'll see. But I do look on Marketplace occasionally to see, but I'm always afraid if you get something that somebody's been using as a greenhouse and they're getting rid of it, you have to wonder, like, did they have a pest outbreak? You know, it makes me a little bit, I'd rather just get a brand spanking new one that I know, you know, what the history of it is. But the person that I got the other greenhouse that I used, the cabinet that I converted, didn't use it for that. They used it for pictures and mementos and things like that. So I wasn't too worried about it. But yep, I'm just gonna finish watering these, and then I'm gonna put them into my cabinet, and then take a little break and have some lunch, and then I think I'll come back and I will put some things on my moss pole. On my moss poles, I'll have to make some moss poles so I can do that with you. Actually, I might set another video to do that because there'll be different plants. But yeah, I just have like 4 more plants I have to fill up with water. But I just I'm running out of trays, so I just want to let these guys drip, and then I have a large saucer that I have in my Milsbo that I can just transfer them to. For them to hang out in. But okay, thank you so much for joining. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe if you'd like to. I'd love to have you here. I'm gonna try to do it every couple days, if not at least twice a week. I'm gonna try to put out a video. I have a lot to do with my plants, so I'm gonna try to just do things on video while I'm recording rather than do it on my own. Just because I do have a lot of plants, so it would be fun to share my collection with you without just walking around and going, this is my this and this is my that. You know, actually specifically doing things with the plants so you can see them that way. But anyway, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. I'm very grateful for anybody that's watching. Please comment and let me know what I can do better and what I am doing all right with, if there's anything that I'm doing all right with. And I will see you soon. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Okay, before I actually go, I'm just going to show you all the guys all potted up, all the babies. So this is the haul from the Green Escape. Very, very nice packaging job they do. Sometimes it does take them a while to get them here. They're really busy. Oh, there's the again. They're very busy, and they do a good job packaging them. They take their time and get them here, and they always get here safely, and they're always very beautiful. They're very small, some of them, but they grow quickly. with the right conditions, I've been having a lot of luck with them. So have a great day. Really goodbye this time.